Hey, what? What in tarnation? Who's ringing me? What time is it? 10 o'clock in the morning? It's dang full of things. Hello? 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 Who's that? Oh. Hey, cuz, how you going down there? Yeah, I can hear you now. You just caught me napping there. It's bright and early. What time is it? Yeah. Anyway, what can I do for y'all? Why, yeah, well, what an unanticipated surprise. I suppose you're ringing me right now on this time of day. Oh, sorry, just trying to wake up here a bit. Oh, yeah, no, I can't rightly recollect you talking about that, but... Yeah, well, how about I, while I'm talking to you, I tell you a story from the Bible that's right close to my interior. Yeah, I was just reading about it last night real late. That's why I'm kind of a bit steady on my feet this morning, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, what's that now? Where am I? Well, that is a mighty fine question, because I can't rightly determine where on earth I am. I've been my sojourn wanderings over the last couple of weeks, and I'm way up in the back blocks of this bayou somewhere here, and me and Mr. Dangles here stumbled across this little hunting shack, and there's caribou and all kinds of red deer and chill deer and all kinds of things around here, and we've been doing some broomstick hunting, and thought this might be a good place to nestle in for the evening for a night or two. And yeah. What's that now? Mr. Dangles? Oh yeah, Mr. Dangles, my big-headed hound that he comes hunting with me. Mr. Dangles, where you at? Where you at, boy? Mister, hey, where's Mister? I'm gonna go find him, because I ain't seen him since last night when we were chasing the raccoon across the country over. Hey, here you are. Hey, boy, you been good? You been good, Mr. Dangles? Why I call him Mr. Dangles? Well, I could probably show you, actually. Let me do that right now. You know what he loves? Mr. Dangles loves him a bit of salami. Salami, especially wrapped in a shotgun shell case. What do you reckon about that, Mr. Dangles? Hey, what do you reckon? Oh no, it went through the floorboard, you dumb hound. Let me get you another one. Here you go. Oh, now you see, when Mr. Dangles concentrates really hard, he manufactures this string that no other hound knows how to create. And it's really useful, like you can go fishing, catch some catfish, tie up your suspenders with it, fix a fence, all that kind of thing. So, hence the name, Mr. Dangles. Very useful dog. Anyway, where were we? Yes, children's story, my favorite children's story. Ladies and gentlemen, hang on, you got children there, cuz? Hey, about you show me, turn your phone to them and bring them down so I can see. Come down the front there, children. Can they see me on the screen? I haven't cleaned my teeth for anything. Anyway, yeah, there we go. I see. Hey, that's some good-looking kids down there, and some of them are might small. Can they understand proper English when I'm talking? Okay, if you say so, cuz you're the educated one. Now, my favorite children's story, David and the Big Boof Head, it's called. Now, there was these guys called the Philistines. No, that ain't right. Philistinians. Anyway, it started with, I have trouble saying my F for some reason. Philistines were camped on one hill, just like over here, and the Israelites, they were camped on the other hill over this side. Now, King Saul was with the Israelites, and the Philistines, well, they're the bad guys now. And every morning, they were camped for like a couple of weeks on one side of the valley, and they on the other side, and this big boof head, his name was Goliath. he come out and he would go, oh. Hey, no, wait, that ain't right. That's Tarzan. It's a different story. He goes, hey, you dogs over there, who will fight me? You bunch of yellow-livered, lily-livered, cotton-picking, no-good mama's boys. He'd say, oh, that's kind of nasty language to the Israelites. And you know what the Israelites would do? Nothing. They're almost wetting their britches with fear, because this guy's head was bigger than Mr. Dangle's right there, and that's a big head. But his arms was bigger, even bigger than mine, believe it or not. He had some serious guns, and his sword was longer than my broomstick. And he was way huge, like 11 feet tall, higher than this hunting shack here. He would dong his head trying to get in there. It's just so impractical. I don't know why he wanted to be so big, except it came in handy in situations like this. Now, better get to the point or we're going to run out of time, eh? Yes, sorry, cuz. Now, so he called out, who's going to fight me? And the Israelites are saying, no, I ain't going to fight him. He's too big, man. What are we going to do? Week after week, every day he came out. Now, little David, my middle name, natural fact, came out and he was going to bring some lunch to his 3 older brothers who were in the army. Now, Dave was too small to fight in the army. He was like knee-high to a grasshopper. He wasn't allowed there, but his dad, Jesse, said, go take them some lunch, some cheese and crackers and biscuits and whatever, and go there. And then David saw this big old Boof Head on the hill over there and said, hey, what's he singing out about us, telling us bad names and telling us that our God ain't nothing? And he's gods, which they actually ain't nothing. They're all made up. They're better than the real God. He said, you can't be going out like this. Who's going to fight him? And everyone said, you pull your head in, you little whippersnapper. You don't know nothing about fighting in wars, and especially against big Boof Head over there. And David goes, I ain't having this. And anyway, he goes to talk to Saul the king, who was riled up in his big old tent with all the nice things around. And he said, I'm going to go fight Boof Head. Saul goes, hey, you can't do that. You need to hire a grasshopper. He'll eat you for lunch. And David goes, don't you worry about a thing, Mr. King, sir. I'm fighting a bear. I'm fighting a lion. I'm fighting any cranky old badgers and inbred rat, rabies-infested raccoons, old possums that have serious bad attitude. I can fight them all simply with my sock. He goes, sock? Oh, actually, it wasn't a sock. He called it a sling. Socks, a sling. Socks weren't invented yet. But anyway, all he did with these big old animals is put a rock in his sock or his sling and he swing around his head and bam, right between the eyes every single time. He got so bored looking after the sheep, he practiced and practiced and practiced. He could hit a side of a barn 52 yards right through the keyhole of the shed door. Unbelievable kid, this kid. Anyway, they all laughed at him and said, you can't do it. Then he goes, all right, the king said, if you want to do this, we got to do something. Give him my armor. He puts the armor on. He can't even walk. It's too heavy, man. What are you thinking, king? Get this off of me. Ooh, David said. And he goes, I just need my sock and my rocks, and I'm going over there to show him a thing or two. And he grabs his little shepherd's stick as well, goes over there, across the valley. The big Boof Head comes down the other side of the valley there. And says, hey, who just pipsqueak come and fight me with a stick and a sock? And David goes, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm here in the name of the Lord who created everything, even y'all. And your gods ain't nothing. Our God's the true God, and you better worship him or I'm going to knock your block clean off, and then your army's going to be scattered, bones and blood and guts everywhere if you don't listen to me. Goliath didn't want to listen to him. My big Boof Head tells me you don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to splatter you right now. Cut a long story short, this banter went on for a good half an hour, and David's getting sore in the throat and getting tired. He's like, this Boof Head isn't listening, so I'm going to have to knock his block off with my rock in the sock. He puts a rock in the sock, starts swinging. Goliath's going, what? Now what, we playing games, are we? Well, I'll tell you something, next thing. Whammo! Right between the eyes. He went down like the biggest Lebanon oak tree you ever seen. Smash! Out. Lights out. Cold. Dead as a doornail. All the Philistine army see this, what's happening. They freak out. This guy must be some kind of angel sent from God or something. They hightail it out of there. Across one hill after another. Israelite army heads off after them. They're cutting them down. They're stealing all their chewing gum and lollies and all the stuff they had in their pockets. David won the victory. You know what that story means? It don't matter how small you are. It don't matter how little you are. It don't matter how pipsqueak you are. Well, they're the same thing in 3 different ways. It don't matter if people don't believe in what you can do. If you're young, the Bible says, don't let anyone despise you because of your youth. You are made special to God, and if God called you to do something, and you trust in Him, not all what the world says, well, then you can conquer anything like big old butt head, Goliath, or I haven't seen too many of them around anymore, but He's very special and loves you very much, that God who created y'all. So anyway, I could go have me some breakfast, see if I can catch a rabbit or a squirrel or something. I'm starved. Mr. Dangles, where you at, man? Thanks for having me, folks, and have a great service there, cuz, and I got a bigger schedule today, so you have a great time, and bye for now.